What is a woman's number one desire with men in a relationship? What do they desire the most out of anything? Now, I had a female friend that I was talking to the other day and actually asked her this question. Now, in my head, I know the answer, but the way people describe it is kind of interesting. She's like, I've been out with a lot of guys and what I really want is I'm really looking for a guy I can feel emotionally connected to. Emotional connection. She said that time and time again. Women will commonly agree on this. I think a lot of women watching this will say, I want to feel emotionally connected to my partner. And that's not the whole story. There's a lot of things that they're leaving out that they're not telling you in this. Because number one, they want to feel emotionally connected to a guy who they deem as worthy of being emotionally connected to. I'm sure she could get emotionally connected to a lot of men. A lot of men would be willing to emotionally connect with her. But time and time again, women pick men who are not interested in emotional connection. And they basically say, men need to become, emotionally more mature. Men need to, go to therapy. All of these explanations for why this person doesn't want to emotionally connect with them. But in reality, the guy's just not that interested in her. If he was really interested in her, like some of the other guys who she's turned down, then he would probably be more excited about it. But women don't tell you that part because what they're looking for is they're looking for the scarce resource. So in their eyes, the scarce resource is not men being interested in them. They get that a ton. The scarce resource is a man who they are interested in, who also gives them that emotional connection. Because emotional connection is essentially built on you guys are spending time together. You guys are sharing things about each other. You guys are doing things where you can build trust. She trusts you. She can have fun with you, but she wants it with a guy who she deems worthy. This could be, people define it as a high value guy or the alpha or whatever you want to say. But it's literally a guy who she's probably going to be very attracted to. Now, attraction is the part that a lot of women don't talk about because they find people who are attractive all the time and they find people who are attractive who show interest in them, but those people usually don't stick around. So because of that, they feel that the emotional connection is the thing that they're missing. So when you're doing this, you have to follow what women do. A client of mine, when he first started working with me, he said, when I first started working with you, I realized that my first mistake was trusting what women say. And the second mistake was acting on what they said. And I actually had a client very recently who did this. He was trying to get his ex back and he was buying into what she was saying all of the time. And he was trying to do exactly what she said and overdoing it. And as of course, he ended up losing her because of this. So when you're looking at what women say, the number one thing that they're looking for is emotional connection, but they're looking for emotional connection from a guy who they are attracted to, who they find worthy. So what makes a guy worthy? Well, status, looks, all of those things that, we talk about here. But in reality, the biggest thing is how she perceives him. If she perceives him as a strong leader, as a very capable person, then that is going to be the number one thing that gets women to desire them. So you'll see this in action movies a lot. Name an action movie where the guy ends up getting the girl. Like Indiana Jones, for instance. Indiana Jones goes on this huge quest with this woman. And during this adventure, she sees that he's extremely confident and competent and brave and courageous, and she follows him because of this. The problem with today's day and age is that not a lot of guys can show that. And so by the end of the movie, she has such extreme amount of desire for him that he doesn't even physically escalate with her. He doesn't even try. In fact, he's trying to almost push her off, and she's trying to get with him because of how much desire she feels for him. And the movie's very popular because people identify with this. The problem is most guys can't show those things in today's day and age. So what do you have to do to show those things? Well, you can show competency socially. You can show competency with leading her around on the date. You can show with your social circle, the network that you've created, and bringing her in to the life that you're living. And once you do that, then on top of that, you start emotionally connecting with her. You start showing vulnerability. You start showing all of those things that we love. But women only want it from a guy who they've deemed as to be sort of the hero. The wounded warrior works only if he's a warrior first and a protector and someone that she can feel safe around. So that's the number one desire of women, but it doesn't tell the whole story. So hopefully I've illustrated in this video all of the other things that women are looking for in addition to being emotionally connected with a guy, because that's not something that they usually say. All the important part that actually gets guys' foot in the door, women don't talk about, because for them, that's the important part that they don't usually get. They usually get a lot of guys who are very interested and want to sleep with them, but don't want to do anything else. So that's usually how it works. Now, if you're wondering how to get more of that in your life, how to get more women to desire you, kinds of women that you like, or maybe you're inexperienced and you need some help starting that, fill out the link down below. Book a call with me or a member of my team. We can't help everybody, but hopefully we can help you. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck out there.